Mr. President, I rise with sadness to remark on the passing of an old friend, Kentucky's former U.S. Senator Marlow W. Cook. Senator Cook served in this chamber for only a single term, but his political impact in the Commonwealth of Kentucky was substantial. So was his impact on my life. Marlow Cook gave me my first real opportunity in politics. Gave me a chance to be a state youth chairman in his successful campaign for the U.S. Senate back in 1968. He also gave me an important opportunity in government. He won his election, and I came to Washington with him, and I was what they called in those days the chief legislative assistant. I think the term we use now is legislative director. I worked for him for 2 years. I recall that time very, very fondly. And I can tell you, Mr. President, I remained over the years extremely grateful for the opportunity he gave me to get started. Marlow Cook was someone who proved that Republican success was possible in a Commonwealth at that time completely dominated by Democrats. And that was no easy task when he ran for office, but he succeeded anyway. You might even say he sketched out a political blueprint for victory. Launch an improbable campaign for Jefferson County Judge Executive in your 30s and win, secure re-election, then launch a bid for U.S. Senator. That's the political path Marlow Cook took, and that's the exact political path I took as well. Some might say the similarities end there, or note that we haven't agreed on every issue in the years since. But what two people ever do? It doesn't change my enduring gratitude for the opportunities that Marlow Cook brought to me. It certainly doesn't change my respect for him. This is a man who enlisted in the Navy when his country called and when he was still just a teenager. Marlow Cook served his country honorably in both the Atlantic and Pacific theaters in World War II. He served his country honorably here in the United States Senate. I should note that Marlow Cook was the first Roman Catholic elected to a statewide office in Kentucky. Believe it or not, that was something of an issue back then. Hard to imagine today. And one more thing. Marlow Webster Cook's impact was felt in the course of the Commonwealth's history, in the shape of the riverfront in Louisville. He bought the Belle of Louisville, the stern wheeler that's still going up and down the Ohio River today and is a particularly big thing during the Kentucky Derby week every year. He had a huge impact on a lot of young Kentuckians like myself. I knew his family well. Nancy, his now widow, and his 4 kids. They were all running around during that campaign way back there. And I want to say, Nancy, and to all of Marlow, to Marlow and Nancy's kids, how much we admired him. Elaine and I are truly saddened by his loss. We're going to continue to remember this veteran, this extraordinary county official, and our United States Senator fondly. I'm sure colleagues will join me in that sentiment, and I ask them also to join me in sending our best to all of Marlow's family and friends.